All right, let's see if there's any chance I remember how to do this. I see some people are already waiting, so hopefully everything is working and audio is coming through clean. All right. Open a code file and actually see if there's anything I should do with the font size, because I'm not sure it's the best. Let's go with that, and I think that should be readable. Let me know. And if you're watching, say hello. All right, so getting right into it, Noted, which is linked in the video description, is my note-taking app that I built for my own needs. It lets me send a note via Telegram bot to just quickly jot down an idea or a thought I have. And then I can work with those and work on them and manage them in a web UI. So it's pretty good. But I did a bunch of updates to get a more recent version of Tailwind, for one thing. And that meant updating Phoenix and getting ES build and like a ton of build tooling stuff that I previously did. And apparently it screwed up my layout every here and there. Yeah, that's English. But this doesn't look right. It isn't right. So I should fix that and figure out why it looks crap. So there's that, and then there are some issues inside the app. So this is the login screen. Now I'm showing you a secret, but this is my dev bot, so it doesn't really matter if you see this secret. So let's see. This one, I don't know why this would have ever looked good. Maybe I've only shown it in sizes where it did look okay. But we can't have this. This looks terrible. So looking for the LiveView. No, that's not it. Maybe this one. Yeah, this is it. So why is this an absolute size? So there's the mobile side of it, which is also looking absolutely horrible. All right, good to know. I don't know why this is absolute. It might have been that that some of these were not actually interpreted at all previously, and now they actually work, and now it's all screwed up. So let's just remove these. Okay, so now it expanded nicely. And this button looks like it was intended to be centered. Why is it inside a P tag? It's a little bit weird. Probably just for the spacing. Okay. Oh, no, this was, skip those. This is where it's at. So this is where it's somehow screwing up. Oh. Now I know what it is. I changed a lot of things about how that section is rendered for the logged in case, and then I didn't realize that it was covering the logged out case as well. So fixing that should be manageable. Okay, improvement. Now these are supposed to be sort of a little bit spaced in. Yeah. Hey McBull, hey, need to sleep. All right, so for this pill button, should really be a div because it's not a paragraph of text. So margin on the x-axis should be auto. And we could set a width of 1/3 maybe. Couldn't we? And just block. Oh, it's not doing what I wanted it to. So I don't think the width is doing what I intended. I think that's proper tailwind, but let's check. Oh, W. Using too many letters. So that, and then center. Oh, yeah, we just do text center here. That was probably all that I really needed. We try removing all of this. Yeah, okay. Sometimes you figure it out. So let's authenticate back in. Here. These are actually some of my notes, but it's not very sensitive. I'm not entirely thrilled about the way this one looks. I mean, it's okay. I have a tricky time positioning it perfectly, and I'll probably keep fiddling with that at some point. But the login head will probably be where it is for now. But something that I'm super annoyed with is that right now I need to click this if I want to view a note. I can't click here, 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 here. None of it. And that should be fairly easy to fix. So we will have to look at the note list item. And then this is the link for editing. But I would like this whole chunking thing to be a link for editing. So let's pull this here. Let's call it a block. Let's auto. Okay. And that would mean places this. I might be able to just cut this out. Yeah, so I don't actually have any other operations that work on this. So yeah, no, this links through properly. So for this then, this is my note. Foo barbaz fungal bar. So bold. So I've integrated an editor called SimpleMD. And from what I've seen, it misbehave on some devices. Now it looks like it's doing okay layout wise. I'm not sure what's changed. So if I actually log into the real one, we're getting some insight into ideas I have. Yeah, okay. Sometimes, is that based on the title being long? Is that what's pushing it? Because if it is, that's very solvable. I hope. It should be. Yeah, I think it's the title. So I'll remove that. No, still too wide. So then it's this one. If I remove that, still too wide. Then what is... Oh, do I have a problem with this one? No? What is pushing this out of... Because this one doesn't have it. So is it only... No, this one doesn't have it. What's going on? It's so weird. Only sometimes. If you're watching, please say hi. Let me know you're out there. All right, so in the production environment, there are weird things, some weird things going on. Excuse me. Sorry, I did not have a mute button handy, but hopefully you'll survive. All right, so not sure why that happens yet. And there are some other things we can address that are a little bit clearer. So for one thing, that this editor I'm using, simple MDE. It seems pretty decent. It was a hellscape to integrate until I did it correctly, and then it was fine. But it has so many options. Let's see, simple MDE. I absolutely don't want the spell checker. I find it super annoying. All right. Welcome, Sean. We are working on my note-taking app, which has recently had a fair number of visual updates as I put it into production and then started swearing about things that were not great. So now it's getting some polish because once I start using something, that's the surefire way of helping me figure out what I need to fix about it. Because I do not tolerate very many problems in things I built myself once I'm actually using it. So we also need to override some of the CSS that it brings us. That will be there. No. Let's see. Assets, CSS, app.css. So it's a Phoenix LiveView app which integrates with Telegram of all things. I'll just add it here. Code mirror, border, radius, none. That help? No, not overridey enough. Invalid property value. Order. I guess. Yes. Oh, I can't do none. That's the problem. Still, I think it's overriding me, yeah. I'll do the graceful thing and just use important. This is not what you're supposed to do, people. But hey, I can get away with it. Height auto and min height 300, but it has a scroll bar for some reason now, which it didn't used to, I don't think. Have I set a max height somewhere? Don't think I have. Because I'm very okay with this just sizing to whatever. I mean, sizer min height. So it starts auto growing, but it also doesn't do it correctly because this is not correct. What part is overflowing? Code mirror, vertical scroll bar. Huh. don't know why it shows scroll bars and automatically grows. That seems weird to me, but I think I'm okay with having it that way for now. Okay, guess that works. I'm not thrilled about having a border on it either. Looks okay-ish for the desktop version, but it looks terrible on mobile because I already have some bordering as well. Yeah, that's all right. Now, if you have specific questions about sort of ES Build, Tailwind, Phoenix, LiveView, don't hesitate to ask in the chat. I'm here to entertain and or educate and get some stuff done. So a good combo is always the best. Now, let's see. Actually, while I'm here, I should just switch my database back to nice. I actually committed that it would use the from product database. That's fantastic. Oh, login held up. So this is more my test notes than anything else. So the point of this bot is that if I write to my Telegram bot that is used for the development here, and I write, hello, this is a new note. Maybe I can even add sparkles. So this is new note. Yeah. And then I can fix my spelling in here. But this is a sort of real-time deal where it does long polling against Telegram actually and gets any updates pretty much instantly. I can even send it pictures and attach things to that. Let's see. Let's just send the logo. And then it shows up here as an attached image. So that's the general idea of what this application is for. Like today at lunch, I had an idea pop into my head, and I really wanted to just not note it down so I could go back to eating dinner and not spend my time thinking about it. So I did. I just sent it on Telegram, and bot says, "Got it," and then you know it's been saved, and you don't have to spend time thinking about it, which I like. Now I would like to add some color to this app as well. There's a few things I'd like to do. I've also been thinking about maybe transitioning this app from LiveEx templates to heex templates, which are the new templates. So that's a thing. I'll just check off that and that. Those have been fixed. Checking off things in my to-do manager so I actually remember what I'm fixing. There's a CSS animation, or rather I want a CSS animation when I'm adding a new note. Yeah. Huh. That could be fun. Do I have an D on each of these. Yes, I do. In that case, I should be able to add CSS animations to these with not too much work. I'm not sure if that's what we should be focusing on. Yeah, leex to heex. Leex to heex is also very good because it can really save you from all the silliness you cause yourself. So actually, let's see how messy this gets. If I do that, does it just work? That seems like it would be absurd for me. Then again, I don't do a lot of super complex things. No, I don't think it's interpreting this as a heex template. Might have that as well. Yeah, so now it's complaining here that 62 here. So this is a button where I've decided to add some inline generation. Yeah, this seems like it would be pretty annoying to do right now. So maybe let's not for now. I've been fairly naughty in the choices I made along the way. Oh, hey Charmin, welcome to the stream. So the difference between leex and heex. So heex is the new templating system that I switched to in LiveView, and it knows about HTML. it's the short answer. So it understands if you're opening and closing tags properly. It will not allow you to do things like this, where I do an if statement in the middle of creating my attributes for an HTML tag, because actually I should be able to make this update happen. Yeah, let's get into it. And let's get started on it at least. So it will enforce and complain so that you actually have to make correct, make your HTML correct. So if I want to do disabled in heex, I believe I would do this. Let's bring up LiveView heex. Let's see, so yeah, so this is the syntax. So I should probably be able to do length at tags equals 0 instead. And then this value here probably be and then if I try again, now it complains line 70, which is here. See if there's anything else. Expected so. Yeah, so this just looks like that. All right. So now I should have updated the templating style of this. Oh dear, now checking that one throws an error. That's interesting. First argument, not a list. Length of false in page live 62. Let's see. So there's an event selection. So let's go to page live and see what we do. Selection. Params, we filter params. No produce checked IDs. Oh. No, that's not correct. Parentheses. All right, so that was the issue. So now we can add those tags again. That works. You can create a new note. That works. That's not super graceful. Okay, so that's one leex template down. Let's try this one. Now let's assume it did not clean out properly, because it didn't. So 33. How bad have I done it? Although the heex templates allow you to do some other things more nicely, but primarily it gives you validation if your HTML is correct or not. It's a very good thing to start with. So, well, this entire thing is commented out, so I can remove it instead. That should be fine. Then 57 something something interpolation is not allowed. Oh yeah, here it is. I'll see this one. Then I saw something else here. And this title will be a string. Should be able to do this, I think. $65. Yeah, heex drop target. I'm just glad I don't have to, once this is done, I don't have to write as many less than percentage equals tags, because those are a bit wordy in my estimate. So I actually like the syntax of these heex templates a fair bit more. So yeah, this. So the leex templates were just the smarter heex templates. And heex templates allow you to generate things that are not HTML, so they don't really play by any particular rules. That's the big difference. So you could generate a text file with the leex template, and it would be as valid. Yeah, I also think it allows LiveView to be smarter about certain things. I haven't dug into it, but it should let them detect more things, like if they need to special case something, they might actually be able to, just due to having insight about what the tags are and what's going on with them. Value tag name. There we go. And you can still use this type of injection inside the bodies of the HTML, so that hasn't really changed. There's not that much difference in building these out. Now, if I want to, so these components are done in line. Seems fine. So then I just change the sigil to use the H sigil. And now this one exploded on me, which says this is not legal, which is true. Oh, lucky I found another one. I've been on the silliest of Netflix binges recently, by the way. Cobra Kai. It's a wild TV show. Lots of kids doing karate at each other, but also it's super fun that they tracked down tons of the old actors from the Karate Kid movie and then made a TV series with them. It's just fascinating as someone who watched it growing up. I was like, he looks really similar to. Oh, they actually brought back the real Karate Kid. Oh, they actually brought back the real John Lawrence actor. That's it's my guilty pleasure right now. Karate Kid, or rather Cobra Kai. If you have good Netflix recommendations for when I'm done with that, I'm okay hearing them. I give no guarantees that I will actually look at them, but there's a chance. Oh, okay, so here we have an if statement that won't be legal. So this It's the important part of the if statement. So let's see if we can just jam that in there. Can we? Nice. Curlies everywhere. Cobra Kai being free on YouTube? Not that I know. I've been watching it on Netflix. McFull recommending Squid Games. I haven't checked out Squid Games. I've heard that it's super popular, but I haven't heard sort of why I would like it. So I haven't really thought about looking at it. Okay, so that seems to have made that work. Do I have any leex templates left? I don't know. Well, the off one. That's something as well. I might try Squid Games. I did end up trying watching Arcane, which is the League of Legends one, because I've played a ton of League of Legends in my day. Really like the art style of League of Legends overall. And Arcane was ridiculously good. It has no business being that good for a show about based off of a video game. It's ludicrously well executed visually and plot wise. I mean, I was stunned by how well they did it. Not all in all a great company, Riot Games. So I'm a little bit annoyed that I'm really into their TV show, but hey. I got strong recommendations from friends to watch it, and I ended up doing it, and I absolutely adore it. It's... Ooh. Yeah, yeah, Sean. Amazing is the word. Episode 3 had me just gut-wrenching emotion. It's oof. There's a lot of oof in that one. So I think we're fully heex now. Maybe we could do a bit of a search in the code base, find in files. Let's see if I remember how to do a curly bracket or a tilde. There we go. Yeah, so the heex ones show up. There's no leex ones. All right. Yeah, okay, these would be as well. Let's see if we need to change anything. 9. Yeah. You can also use the heex ones, I believe, for non-live pages. I don't see why you wouldn't. It's in many ways straight up better, unless you need to do something very strange. I believe they're deprecating EEX, or at least LEEX for HTML. Let's see. Okay, it's back. So that's a heex now, and then we have this one that we can turn into a heex. Was there nothing in this one? Okay, it's fine. I guess that brings us up to snuff. Plowing bench leex to heex. Good stuff. That's how you do a commit message, right? Oh, I'll have to deploy this later, and I don't have a good automated process for it yet. I just shove it on a server and build it on there, which is not how I want it done. But I don't actually know what technology I like the most for managing deployment to a single server, like a pet server. So maybe I'd go back to something like Ansible or something, just to have a reproducible setup. But yeah, I don't have anything like that for my current setup, because it's a lot of work to set that up, and I know how to set up all of the different parts by hand, essentially. Yeah. But I have a few different services that I run that I would like to have a sort of consistent way of deploying. So beam loggers. Then there's the Wisp for Enduro.io. This feature that lets you see where readers are on the page. That one runs a channels setup behind the scenes. Stupid solutions. I have a small service running for this one. This is one of my favorite projects I made, I think. This. An image tag that shows a live video. It's pretty good. And yeah, deployment, it's a continuous pain in the neck, because also I don't want to run multiple nodes necessarily. I don't want to pay for multiple nodes when I need one decently chunky one, and that will serve all of my services well. They're low traffic. But so I could put things on Fly, for example. I've done that at work. But or for clients, I should say. But if I do that, I need to set up essentially one instance per service, and I'd rather have them share a whole bunch of cores rather than set up a bunch of small instances, because that gives a decent amount of power to every service if it should need it. Yeah, and there's a few other things, like my sisters have a website that's on there. Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't found a real favorite way of running a single server, or rather managing a single server. Something I'm still thinking about, and actually Gerhard Lazou just poked me on. Seems like he has a few ideas. I'll have to discuss it with him. The host of the Ship It podcast. He's a wild man in the infrastructure space. Lucky to have those conversations. All right. If you have any last questions, do let me know, and I'm happy to discuss a little bit further. Otherwise, I think we're about ready to wrap up. We're closing up on the hour mark, and it feels like we solved most of what I wanted to solve. There are things I could show that this can do. And these are from I can upload some images from my stream where I played with the eVision project. So this is LiveView file uploads. And some of this UI here That's Alpine, I believe. So I think I'm still running Alpine 2 on this one. All right, but let's not overstay our welcome. Let's wrap it up. Have a lovely weekend, and see you next time.